careers.mcdonalds.com about to receive a fat application from Joy Reid, who up until recently was the host of her very own show on MSNBC called The Readout, but she got the boot, and now she's looking for the loot. It's not looking good, but up until recently, I think a lot of people probably forgot who she is. I mean, all they do now on that network is just yap about the same kind of Trump bad talking points that they've been doing since his last term, so I don't know how they get viewers, if they do even get viewers, wouldn't be able to tell you. But when I first brought her name up on the channel, it was because of her take on the white boy summer meme, which is just simply put, when summer rolls around, people say, yeah, Pride Month's postponed, it's white boy summer, just kind of just for no fucking reason. It's like, okay, yeah, white boy summer, we got Black History Month, Asian American Pacific Islander awareness shit, I mean, you know, Pride Month, it's just a meme, it's not that serious, but she made an entire take about how it had been co-opted and hijacked by racist Nazis who want to, I guess, kill people of color or something. And if you say white boy summer, you know, you should keep in mind that you're signaling to the people who are like that you support them, which isn't fucking true. But yeah, so she got fired, and Rachel Maddow just called MSNBC racist for firing Joy Reid. I love Rachel Maddow. You know, whenever she pops on my television, I don't think my urge to grab the TV remote has ever been higher. You're throwing couch cushions on the floor trying to find that thing so you can slam the mute button. If you can't, you know, you'll just settle for throwing your phone at the TV, hoping it breaks, and she shuts the fudge up.
Even bigger programming change is at 7 p.m. 7 p.m. Eastern, where Joy Reid's show, The Readout, ended tonight. It is 7 p.m. She's right. I always tune in. And Joy is not taking a different job in the network. She is leaving the network altogether. And that is very, very, very hard to take.
Fuck. Bro, this is like 9/11 for people who moan when they shit and run out of breath when they have to tie their shoes. There's no way people are actually upset about this, right? I mean, I don't know the people who would be upset about this, so who knows, but she certainly sounds upset, so if there's people who watch her, they're taking the same thing away. And that's pretty scary to think about. There's humans out here who think that Joy Reid's absence will be a net negative in their life.
51 years old. I have been gainfully employed since I was 12.
Is that just child labor? Even if you're just there to like wipe the dishes and sing the praises of the owners, like that's still kind of bizarre. Like, go to fucking school, solve a Rubik's Cube, go do a talent show.
And I have had so many different kinds of jobs, you wouldn't believe me if I told you. But in all of the jobs I have had, in all of the years I have been alive, there is no colleague for whom I have had more affection and more respect than Joy Reid. I love everything about her. I have learned so much from her. I have so much more to learn from her. I do not want to lose her as a colleague here at MSNBC. And personally, I think it is a bad mistake to let her walk out the door. It is not my call, and I understand that. But that's what I think.
If she's willing to get in front of the camera and say that the network fucked up, like in front of all these people, what is she thinking off screen? Like, what kind of arguments have they had off camera? If you're gonna slight the network and trash them on camera, like the people who literally pay your bills on camera, what's happening off camera? You must be like on the verge of losing your job yourself, right?
I will tell you, it is also unnerving to see that on a network where we've got count them, two non-white hosts in primetime.
Oh my God.
Both of our non-white hosts in primetime are losing their shows.
Yeah, that certainly has to do with their race, right? Like, it's unnerving, like she said. She used the adjective, it's unnerving, meaning it's like a kind of gut-wrenching thing that should be noticed and, you know, oh, what's going on? That's the thing when they're losing their job. Whoa, I'm unnerved. It's fucking stupid. It has obviously nothing to do with their race. As a matter of fact, it only goes the other way if they were given a job and it was because they were gonna be the black perspective on the network. Like, they're certainly not gonna lose it if that's kind of the benefit they gain from having her there. The fuck?
As is Katie Fang on The Weekend. And that feels worse than bad, no matter who replaces them. That feels indefensible. And I do not defend it.
All right, so that's the video explaining that she lost her job. Now it's time to take a look at some of Joy Reid's dumbest takes, kind of go through a best of moment, and take a long look back at her career, the stuff she said over the years while she was at the network. Let's just get into it.
They're voting on race. They're voting on this idea of an invasion of brown people over the border. The idea that they can't get whatever job they want. A black person got it, therefore drive all the blacks out of the colleges, get rid of DEI. That is what they're voting on. They're just voting.
Okay, so So forget the fact that there are black and brown people that voted for Trump. So did she just forget that that exists? Is she just tunnel visioning this hard in front of 4 other anchors on the network? Like, are we serious, guys? Like, one of them just said yeah. Who was it? Which one of you said yeah? I can't see, the bitrate is too bad, but somebody just said yeah. No, it's not. It's obviously not true. Like, this imaginary scenario is predicated on her notion that all of Trump's voters are like white guys, which isn't true. Second of all, the actual thing she described isn't true. Saying that, yeah, it's just about race. Obviously, it's not just about race. We're not in a fucking race war. It's not like, yeah, let's vote for the white guy, not the black guy. Like, if it was that binary, or like, it just, we would be in like a different planet. In America, the guy who ran for president and won, he happened to win off of a lot of issues, and you can go down the list, rewatch the debates if you need a reminder, go to the Spark Notes, I don't know. But it certainly wasn't about, you know, revitalizing white identity and shit. Like, that just was never, you know, in the cards. And also, she says like one thing that's kind of true, and she just kind of just like wraps it in all this dog shit. She says like, yeah, there's an invasion. Yeah, there kind of is. That, tying that into like race, the invasion itself is stupid. If there was an invasion of like 10 million, 20 million French people coming here illegally every year, that would be another problem. That would be an invasion. Mass immigration is kind of synonymous with an invasion because it implies a level of legality which is non-existent. Coming somewhere, like if I invade a party, I wasn't invited. If I invade a country, I didn't immigrate legally. That is correct, but then tying it to race just kind of throws your argument out the window. But even if you didn't tie it to race, you're saying that they believe in the invasion and that's a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's like actually looking at the problem and saying, hey, that's the problem.
Specifically on racial animus at this stage, it isn't about economics.
No, it's not about economics. That was another big issue that Trump certainly didn't win on, you know, like the economy being very bad for a lot of people and them struggling. Trump campaigning on fixing that struggle. Whether true or not, the idea sold to people that they ended up buying. No, they didn't buy it. They bought the racist stuff.
This one's truly a banger. Remember when Joy Reid equated the assassination attempt against Trump to Biden getting COVID?
Question that I have on that. These two men are both elderly. Donald Trump is an elderly man who, for whatever reason, was given 9 seconds to take a iconic photo op during an active shooter situation.
Hey, whoa, that's crazy. That framing makes it sound that the shooting was scripted, that there was like a choreographed event where Trump was given the, okay, say cheese, and then the camera clicked. Like, the fuck? People literally died. I don't know if she's implying that or if that's just like, you know, a bad choice of words, but it literally sounds like conspiracy. It sounds like, yeah, you know, the whole thing where Trump got shot at was just totally planned, and he was, why was he able to pose for the camera during a shooting? I don't know. I doubt that they would platform literal like misinformation or like the innuendo there, but either way, like, what?
Weird situation. We'll figure that out one day.
What has to be figured out? Why people were taking photos at a Trump rally? Hello? He's the fucking Republican nominee for president during this. Everyone's taking a photo of him whenever he's inhaling and exhaling. There you go. I figured it out. Can I be an analyst? Can I make some money?
But his survival of that and bouncing right back and going right to his convention is being conveyed in the media world as a sign of strength.
Well, because it just so fucking happens that if you get shot at and then you go out as business as usual, yeah, that's kind of cool. That takes some courage and strength. It's not being conveyed like that in the media world. It's just true. It's just a literal fact. Like, that's saying like a lot of teachers are saying that 2 + 2 is 4. It's like, well, no, just like 2 + 2 is just 4. There's no need to say the media is saying this because you're just trying to make it sound like what they're saying is something that is not being said by everybody. But in this case, it is being said by everybody. Yeah, it takes some fucking balls to get shot at, and then keep it pushing.
This current president of the United States is 81 years old and has COVID. Should he be fine in a couple of days? Doesn't that convey exactly the same thing? That he's...
Are you fucking kidding me? Because an old corpse gets sick, that's the same level of courage as dodging a bullet and going on as if it never happened? Are you kidding me? Achoo! Damn, bro. That's fucking brave. What is brave about getting sick? Like, what? Dude, Joe Biden might be like the least brave person of all time. He like never gave a speech or talked to the press or even like went outside. He was just in the White House for weeks and nobody heard from him. That guy's not brave at all.
Strong enough, older than Trump, to have gotten something that used to really be fatal to people his age.
It would be brave if Biden decided to just give himself COVID and then see if he could beat it. That's brave. That's taking on the challenge. But like, he just got COVID and he's getting treated. Let's just, what the fuck is brave about that?
So if he does fine out of it and comes back and is able to do rallies, Isn't that exactly the same?
Let's do a thought experiment. Put Joe Biden sneezing on a t-shirt, see how well it sells. Meanwhile, you go to like any deli or store in New York City, they've all got the photo of Trump raising his fist in the air on a t-shirt.
So Joy Reid called an assassination attempt against a presidential candidate an active shooter incident. And right after this, she denied that Trump was even shot.
We still don't know for sure whether Donald Trump was hit by a bullet, whether he was hit by glass fragments, whether he was hit by shrapnel. We don't have those details. We actually have no detail from his physician, even though this man is still a Secret Service protected, and presidential candidate. We knew almost nothing. Why? Why don't we know that much?
So it was an active shooter incident that didn't involve bullets. But at least we can agree on one thing. Why don't we know more about what happened? Why was the intelligence community of the most powerful and wealthy nation on earth not able to crack into a 21-year-old's WhatsApp account?
I'm just confused why Black Superman is involved in this. I just don't understand why this shirt was the one for the video. Vertical video, you gotta rock something where I can't, make a commentary on it. Just a white shirt, pull a moist critical.
But Joy Reid's comments about the election were particularly hilarious because she called the Kamala Harris campaign flawless, for a reason that might surprise you.
I mean, this really was an historic, flawlessly run campaign. Queen Latifah never endorses anyone. She came out and endorsed. She had every prominent celebrity voice. She had the Taylor Swift, the Swifties.
Yes, the army of 14-year-old girls with ponytails. That should be our golden ticket, guys. I don't understand how you think that Taylor Swift saying something will equate to political action. If you think it does, you clearly don't understand the type of girls that are listening to this Taylor Swift music, but that's okay. Maybe you're also just missing the fact that, Trump happened to go on the biggest podcasts in America that accumulate aggregates of hundreds of millions of streams and listens. Yeah, Queen Latifah and Taylor Swift, that's gonna work, right? Right, guys?
You could not have run a better campaign.
I mean, let's get fucking for real. If you couldn't have run a better campaign, you would have won. Saying it's flawless and then not doing the thing that the flawlessness would accomplish shows that it isn't flawless. If her campaign was flawless and then Trump won, what does that make his? More than flawless? Like, I don't know, Joy.
In that short period of time, and I think that's still true.
So the Harris campaign actually went broke from overpaying washed-up celebrities for paid endorsements. Yet Joy Reid thought celebrities should have convinced Americans to do as they're told, and that the celebrity endorsements was the reason why it was a flawless campaign.
Yeah, this is the thing too, is like I knew a lot of people who just thought that Kamala was gonna win because they only just heard from people that they're friends with or on TikTok just hyping Kamala up. And I feel like on the other side, there actually was kind of a worry like, damn, we there's Trump, we like him a lot, but we kind of know that Kamala has a lot of hype. That kind of self-awareness did not exist on the left, and it's just crazy seeing Joy Reid kind of just running cover saying it was flawless when we all know it clearly wasn't. Anyway, Joy Reid got the boot, and that's about it for this video. See ya.